What really changed my life in the path that I took was actually when I got myself involved in the economics club at UNLV. That was actually where I met the president at the time, who introduced me to a great internship program locally offered. And then that sort of projected me into sort of this hospitality and gaming industry field. And from there, once I was able to move on from that experience, I decided MGM was the place I wanted to be, and that's why I'm here where I am now. I think that a student's involvement in extracurriculars, whether that be student organizations, whether that be the peer-to-peer mentorships that are offered, I think those things can be very, very important and are very, very important. They aren't the only pathway, but if you think about it one way, it's just about exposure. If you have an opportunity to interact with different people, different mindsets, learn different viewpoints, there's so much diversity in the world, and so it's quite important, I think, to be interacting and have the opportunity to interact with different mindsets. And I do think that kind of good feeling definitely does lead to more opportunities for someone and could potentially lead to a career path. In terms of hard skills, there's nothing that couldn't be taught. There's a lot of programs, and as I'm here as an MGM advocate today, I'd like to say that we pride ourselves on a lot of different training programs, both like while you're in school, like through internships, and outside of school through like MAP or HIP programs that focus on more technical aspects. I think those things do really help and are teachable, so there's nothing to worry about coming out of college. I do think, though, that being able to present yourself does come across definitely better. So if there's one area of focus, I would say communication, being able to present yourself, and being able to tell someone who you are succinctly is quite important. I think probably what's important to keep in mind as someone is kind of growing into their career, and by that I mean you're ready to kind of finish out your degree, you're starting to look for a career. I think important would be, what experiences have you done to date that you can sort of, sell yourself to your future employer? And I think that's something that was put into perspective actually pretty recently for myself, and was kind of surprised to think about it that way. Like, I could do something and just participate in a club and learn a little bit about all of these speakers coming in, meet the people that are coming in, but you could also be a part of that club in the leadership position. And by being yourself in a leadership position, you would be able to put that on a resume as, I did this, these were the goals I accomplished. And so in that perspective, I think that advice would have served me better in the long run if I had known earlier. But now that I know, I would like to share that with all of you. So my economics degree does help me in terms of the way I think, the way I process information. It was definitely helpful in my starting career field, which was more related to data analytics. Having a degree is an excuse to also maybe make connections and network at the college. And what better place than, a big school like UNLV. That's where I made my connections. My internship was also through a connection. I think it's a valuable way to find like-minded people. MGM has contributed to my success by sort of having opportunities and tools kind of available for our employees. They do a great job of giving great benefits, for example, and I think having that stability in your personal life is important. There's also an emphasis on work-life balance for my team particularly. I think There's a lot of things that the company doesn't have to do, but they do in order to ensure sort of an employee's happiness, and I think that's really what leads me to my success at MGM. Hi, my name is Emiri Fujimoto. I am a manager at the Global Development team over at MGM Resorts. I'm a UNLV alumni. Go Rebels!